Froze up. I don't know if you guys can hear us, but we're having some technical issues. If you can hear me in the chat, somebody post a comment that you can hear us. The video is not working, or the video is freezing up. Can you guys hear us? So you guys can hear us, but our video is frozen, so they can hear us.
I'll try one more time to refresh video.
Struggling. No, we're trying to get the video feed. The audio is working, but the video is good. Okay.
He's like, I think
Hey guys, sorry if you can hear us. Yeah, we're actually not even on the building's Wi-Fi. We're using Todd RowOne's cell phone because the Wi-Fi here is bad. But it looks like the stream is it's freezing up on us. So we're working on it. We're trying to get the video going, but the video just keeps freezing up. I think the live stream is too much bandwidth for the phone tether. So we're trying to figure out what to do. Because we bumped the video quality all the way down to 360p, but it's still freezing up. One, two, 1, 2. Audio is good, but video. And I'm on 1080p. That's the lowest I can go. Yeah. Yeah, we just can't get the video to not freeze up.
It's like it's not refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just bringing back the last bit.
Yeah, I don't think it can. I don't think the tether can handle the bandwidth. And I don't know what else to. Let me try something. We may have to. All right, guys. This is pretty. This is kind of janky. I have to use my laptop camera. So let me see if I can get the shot going.
Test. Testing 1, 2, 3. There we go. That works. So we're live. Yeah. Do you want to use your computer bag, Jordan, to raise it up just a little bit, or no? Thank you, everybody, for your patience. So, we are going to go with that. Here we are.
Here we are. All right, guys. Sorry for the crooked, janky video. I was trying to use my professional camera, but I think it's just too much bandwidth for the live stream. So I'm using the camera on my laptop. Apparently that's working just fine. So you'll have to deal with the video. Sorry about that. But yeah, we are at MWAVE 2024. We just kicked off. Michael Stevens, Youth Man, gave his speech about 45 minutes ago. And so we wanted to set up this live stream with Todd from RowOne to talk about home theater seating. RowOne is featured here at MWAVE. They are featured in the JTR rooms. We're sitting in some new seats that we're going to talk about. And I'm going to be doing a tour of JTR's room. And so I'll get some more video of that. But right now, I want to hand it over to Todd, give him an introduction to RowOne.
Thanks, Jordan. So it's great to be with everybody again. Welcome to MWAVE 2024.
And I'm going to pull out my phone so I can look at the comments.
Live from Kansas City. And, we just wanted to get together. It's a real privilege. We appreciate the opportunity to talk about home theater seating. Home theater seating, I think, as I watch year after year, I think it gets lost a little bit.
Yeah.
It gets lost in the discussion of video and sound and projector and screen. And so I wanted to just kind of bring seating back a little bit to the audience today. My name's Todd. I'm with RowOne. I'm the owner and operator of RowOne. And RowOne is a brand that started out in 2008. And fast forward to 2020, I acquired the brand RowOne, and we have been doing home theater seating ever since. And so, today's discussion is really all about you, the listener and the viewers. And we wanted to talk just a little bit about theater seating, past, present, and future. And so talking a little bit about the past, from our perspective, there's kind of two things that we wanted to talk about, just very basic. But one of them is like, why did home theater seating, what was its purpose? And home theaters really was all about gathering, like we're gathering right now, right? And whether it be a sporting event, whether it be a movie, whether it be now today, of course, one of 20 different multitude of streaming services, right? But it's about getting together with friends, and the seats as a place of warmth to gather with your friends and to talk about things and then enjoy some type of a live video event. And that's really what home theater seating the purpose of it was in the past. It was just to get together and enjoy your time in a comfortable chair. And so the second thing that we want to talk about in the past is talking about functionality. And as we focus on like the video and the sound, one of the things that gets lost in a functionality, most people think every home theater seat is the same. But from a functionality standpoint, the thing that we want to remind people of from the past is power headrest. Now, why is power headrest an important functionality? Because when we kick back in our chair, and here we go back, folks. Whoa, right, where'd we go? Right. So we'll come back a little bit down so you can still see, but see my viewing angle. Is your TV up there? Right? No. Nope. So, having the right home theater seat where now I've readjusted that viewing angle, it's a feature that's been around a long time. But as we think about home theater seating, it's a feature that people often forget to ask for. So we wanted to just remind the viewers of that feature and its capability and what its purpose was.
All right, thank you. So now, since we've given them a little demo, what chairs are these? Because these are some brand new chairs. I see you got some little sample colors here. Yeah. And just to let you guys know, these chairs are super comfortable. Like the leather is very, very soft, very comfortable. This is a different configuration that I've seen before, but it's super comfortable. So what model, this new model is this that you're debuting at MWAVE?
Yeah, so this model that we're in is the all-new RowOne Rebellion chair. And now we kind of shift gears and we're going to talk present a little bit. So present being this new chair that we're launching here at MWAVE 2024 with all the viewers. And so present really comes from listening to feedback. So I just want to give a shout out to all the viewers. When we come to MWAVE 2024, when we came here last year, as a manufacturer, we want to listen. We want to hear your ideas so that we can bring the present to reality. And so a couple things that were said to us last year was, number one, as we kick out, we're like, Todd, we want to see this extension. And so you can't really see it in the video, but if you look right down here, as we kick out, that starts to extend. So if you're big and tall, you're gonna feel the love, because that is totally extending out. And that was an example of a present feature in the Rebellion. Okay. Second thing that we want to point out in this chair, again, that came from feedback, is this third button in the back. So go ahead and, ooh,
lumbar, yeah.
power
I don't know if you guys can see
lumbar.
my torso,
But
it's pushing my back out really nice and tight. So if you got some, it's pushing my back out. I don't know if you guys can see it, my torso. So if you guys have back issues when you're laying down, it really gives you some firmness so that you can, feel comfortable but still have that back support. So I'm gonna put it back down. You can't see it, but yep, super comfortable.
yeah. So, and another feature in this Rebellion chair is that very last button. So we took a poll last year. We said memory or home. Okay. So memory or home was a request. And thanks to all your feedback, home was by and far the most requested feature. So we've put this last button into the control. And as I push and hold that, the entire chair is collapsing. So that's another unique feature of this Rebellion chair. So, and then a couple other features on Rebellion. We've got the power up port. So we've got a reading light here. Okay. And we have this port that we introduced. Just goes in there. Okay. And you turn it. And now that gives you a reading light capability. And it sounds like a small thing, but notice what you don't see in the cup holder, and you don't see as we recline out, you don't see any ambient lighting, right? So that was feedback to all the viewers. They said, get rid of the lighted cup holder, get rid of that lighted base rail. So these are just a few of the things that, thanks to all of the viewers that love home theater, we've incorporated into the all new RowOne Rebellion.
Awesome. Yeah. So like I said, these chairs are comfortable. And you've also got this space underneath here that I actually quite like. So does this configuration right here, is this something that you can join together? Does it come as one piece? Does it come as two, or does it come as one and then it comes with, the armrest with the chair and then it connects together? What's the configuration like?
Yeah, so that's another great question. Just talking about present. Present, we have 4 basic SKUs. We've got a 2-arm chair, a left arm facing, a right arm facing, and an armless. And so with those 4 basic SKUs, it's not new technology. Then we're just talking about present. You can make the configuration that the home theater enthusiast wants. You're not restricted like if you go to a furniture store, to basically a sofa, a love seat, or a single chair. With this configuration and those 4 basic SKUs, it really is however you want it. So if you want to have a row of 10 chairs, you can do it. If you want to have a row of 4 with a love seat in the middle, you can do it. And one last little point on that you want to ask is, what if I want to have a sofa and I want to have that armless chair in the center? So it's important to ask when you're purchasing whether or not that armless chair has functionality. You want it to have functionality because you don't want that poor person that's sitting in the middle to lose out on the benefit of power headrest and power recline, right? So
Did we show the power headrest?
yeah, that second button coming up.
So let me see if they can see this video.
And so while we demonstrate that feature, we wanted this to be interactive. So please, fire your questions in too. We've talked a little bit about the past, talking about why home theater seating came out. Is it to be a gathering of friends and family in a private room that provided comfort and joy? We talked about the past and a reminder of why power headrest was important. We've talked about the present with the launch of the Rebellion. So what do you guys want to talk about in terms of present, or what do you guys want to see in the future? Jordan and I would love to see you type that in the chat.
Yeah, and while we wait to see if anybody has any comments in the chat, I'm curious, how did you guys come up with the name Rebellion? And then let's talk about the color options. So how did you come up with the Rebellion name?
So Rebellion comes out of my love for the Star Wars movie series. So, you know, you're on either the dark side or the other side, right? So we've got that Rebellion feature. That's where the origin of this particular name came through. And then in terms of the colors that it comes available in, one of the nice things that you want to ask when you're shopping for home theater seatings, you want to know about the availability of it. The last thing you want to find out is that you have to wait 10, 12, 16 weeks, and then you want to ask what colors. So with our seating, everything is in stock. And so in the case of Rebellion, you have this red color with a black stitching. And then you have the black color with a tonal gray stitching. That is the feature. So another thing when it talks about what we call, you know, when we talk about the colors, we're really talking about what's called a covering. And so this particular covering is what we call leather air. It's a polyester fabric with a leather-like finish applied to it. So the reason why that's important is it's just like a mattress, you know. So again, when you're shopping for home theater chairs, if you want that cushy feel of your mattress, that kind of sink in, then you want to make sure you select a home theater chair that is made of top grain leather. If you are looking for more of that firm mattress, like Todd, I want to feel like supported, then you want to go with like a PU fabric material, because that is not going to release as much and going to give you that firm feel.
Yeah, I wish you guys could be here to sit in these chairs. These are some of the most comfortable chairs that I've ever sat in. The leather is super nice. It's firm, but it's not like too firm where it's uncomfortable. And then you've got the configurations. You've got the lumbar support. You've got the headrest. You've got I actually I never would have thought of that, extending the leg rest out, because I'm tall. I'm 6'1", and you know I have home theater chairs and they're comfortable, but I can see some people that are even taller than me where I've heard that, you know, a lot of people, they get tired on their calves. Their calves get tired because it's right there. So if you have some extension, yeah. So what is how much does it actually extend out to the leg rest?
Yeah, so you get about 3 inches of extension.
Oh, wow. Okay.
When it's fully released out. Yeah. So
that's good. Let me see if there's any questions. So we got a heart. I don't see any questions yet. I'm trying to think anything else that we didn't cover. So you guys won't be able to see it, but there's actually what would you call this here, Todd? This,
I call it a pass-through design.
a pass-through? Okay, so yeah, you guys can't see it, but there's a pass-through design feature underneath this armrest. It's kind of open. So what was the design or thinking behind that design?
So the thought pattern behind that was to just kind of create a unique design element. You know, one of the things that concerned me when I think about home theater seating is, you know, like the designs haven't changed, right? They've been the same for 5, 10, in some cases 15 years. And so I think it's important, you know, just like our screens are changing, our projectors are changing, we're getting these amazing sound processors producing very different sound that we've never heard before. Why shouldn't the seating change too? And so this was just a design element that I thought was unique. I thought,
my phone is going to disappear.
We can pass through.
You might be able to see. There you go. That's kind of weird, but
right.
You can see that my hands can go through there.
See, we're passing it through. There you go. Yeah. So, I mean, the next part, or the last part that we wanted to kind of share with everybody was kind of the future. And the future for RowOne as a company really comes from all of you as the viewers. So whenever you have a new idea, we would love to hear it. Come to events like MWAVE. It really gives you, the enthusiast, the opportunity to get exposed to all different levels of capability in terms of systems, whether that comes from sound or picture. But don't forget the seating. The seating is a critical part of any home theater. The best thing that a seat will do is it'll make you feel comfortable whether you're in it for 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 2 hours, 2 months. And I like to emphasize, when we think about the future, think about the reliability and the durability of the seating that you're investing in. And the best way to check that is through checking their warranty policies. At a minimum, they should be backing their chairs for 1 year parts and labor. In our case, we back our products for 1 year parts and labor, fully the whole chair. But on the frames, the metal chassis mechanisms, and the motors, which if we were to kind of chainsaw this in half and look at the underside, those are your most expensive parts of your home theater seating. And so we warranty that for a full 3 years, parts and labor, because we're putting quality into the engineering behind it. So, hopefully that's some helpful information to all the viewers that are with us today. As think about that in the future. You want to have something that's reliable. You want to have a seat that is comfortable, not just 2 months from after you purchase it, but 2 years after you purchase it. You want to think about, are they refreshing the design element to make it match with the current trends that are happening in homes? And what are the future functions that you want? Nobody had ever done a pull-out drawer for storage, right? So we take that, right? So we can hide that. There you go. Yeah. So we take that, and you can see it right here a little bit better. See how that slides in and out as a storage feature. So that's a little bit of the future. You're going to see future fabrics from our company. And in Denver, September of this year, you're going to see us launch the second ever home entertainment seat.
Oh, wow.
So stay tuned, and we're looking forward to showing you what's going to be new and unique about that. There is a never before feature of that chair that's never been done before as far as home entertainment goes. And again, that feedback all comes from your viewers.
Now, I did have a question. You brought up something that I don't think we touched on, elaborated very much. Speaking of quality, what type of frame do you use? Because I know I like to be comfortable when I watch movies. And when you're watching on something like Dune Part 2, where it's like almost 3 hours, I like being able to sit down in a chair and just lay there and not have to, you're going to move around a little bit, but I don't want to be like, oh, this is so uncomfortable and having all these configurations. But a lot of people don't know what goes into, the quality of the chair. So what type of frame are you using? Are you using a wood frame? Are you using a metal frame? Like, maybe talk a little bit about the quality of the chair.
Sure. Yeah. So one of the things that you want to ask is whether or not it's a hardwood frame. Okay. So what we've seen, unfortunately, is a shift to particle wood. Okay. It's not, and I know it sounds silly, but it doesn't have that durability feature. So when you sit in it over time and you're applying weight and year after year, you start to get that wobbly effect into it. So you want to know that the frame itself, or the arms, have hardwood frame. Number two, you want to look at that metal chassis, and you want to ask where is that metal chassis coming from? Who's the source of the engineering behind it? In all of our chairs, we use a metal chassis made by a company called Leggett and Platt. So
Okay,
this is a North Carolina-based 25-year-old metal chassis stamping company. They are engineering that reliability. And on your motors, you want to make sure to know about the motor durability and ask them, where is that motor? What is the source of it? So all of our motors are Oken motors. It's a German-based motor. And so German equal good. Yes. So those are some things that you want to ask as a consumer when you're going and you're shopping for your home theater seats.
Now, one thing that I don't think most people think about is, and I think it's good to mention, what is the weight capacity of your seats? What is that rated?
Yeah, so any of our seats are rated for 250 pounds
Okay.
or less is
Okay.
what they're rated at. So, yeah. And that is a good question to bring up, because the foam thickness that's being applied, it's engineered for a certain weight limit. And so if you exceed that limit, then you're going to see a breakdown in your chair at a faster rate than usual. And then you're going to end up having to repurchase or again in a shorter time period than you probably thought you would want to. Yeah.
Well, let's see. I don't see any questions. But before we go, yeah, I mean, if you guys can ever come out here to MWAVE, you know, I don't know if any of you guys watching are planning on coming out here tomorrow or Sunday. Definitely next year, I'm sure there's going to be another one. Try to get out here, come check out seating, because a lot of people forget about seating. We put all this money into our home theaters, but then we have, and obviously price and your circumstances vary, but don't forget about seating, because that was one thing that I was always like, I got to get me some good seating. And it's funny, whenever my friends come over, they run in the theater to get into the good seats, because they know these seats are better than the whatever couch that I got from whatever place. So seating is very important. And RowOne, it was only a couple years ago before I had heard of RowOne. Got to meet you, I believe, at CD a couple years ago, and got to actually experience the seats. And these are high quality seats. You guys are doing a lot of stuff that a lot of other companies aren't doing. So I appreciate everything that you guys do. Looking forward to seeing everything else that you guys are going to put out. And again, I know we had some issues with the live stream. Sorry about that, but I will have some more polished videos. I will be doing, like I said, I'll be doing a tour of JTR. RowOne is also featured in there, so we'll have some more video content for you guys here at MWAVE 2024. And I guess looks like some of Mark says good information. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. And I guess to close out, where can people find your products at other than MWAVE?
Yeah. So certainly on our website is available. It's www.RowOne, and it's spelled out ROWONE, H like Henry, T like Todd.com. So RowOneHT.com is our website. They can check it out. We have a view collection, a compare collection feature that lets you as an end user kind of filter through the different features, shows you the different colors and the materials, and helps guide you on your journey to purchasing seating. So really appreciate the opportunity to see you again, Jordan.
Yes, sir.
Thanks everybody for tuning in today. Remember, home theater seating is a key part of your home theater seat design. We hope today's information was helpful reminders as we kind of talked about the past of why we do it, the present of what are the features that are today, and a little bit about the future. And I hope it was helpful. That's what we're here for as a manufacturer, is to provide guidance and information, not just about our brand, but about the category of seating in general. And so it's been a privilege to talk with all of you today, and happy viewing in the future. Consider RowOne as your choice. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Todd. So yeah, again, we're gonna have there's gonna be a lot of content, I'm sure, not only for myself but other content creators. So you may see more RowOne stuff. Definitely, I'll feature them in the JTR room. But I'm looking forward to showing you guys all the stuff that's happening at MWAVE. I was looking to maybe do another like a live stream, maybe at the hotel or something, but I don't know if that's gonna work, because I couldn't even use my camera. I bumped it down all the way to 1080p, and it still wouldn't work. We're having to use his phone tethered to my laptop. So hopefully you guys enjoy this, and make sure you just stay tuned, because there's going to be a lot of content over the next week and a half. And I appreciate working with you, Todd, as always.
As my pleasure. Thanks so much, Jordan.
All right,
Bye,
guys,
everybody.
we'll see you later.